Good day everyone. Good day sir. My name is Jimwell Deramas from BIT3A Set A and I'm here to discuss car alarm and car immobilizer and what it is principle, components, and its operation. Let's talk about first the car alarm. What is car alarm and its principle? A car alarm is an electronic device installed in a vehicle in an attempt to discourage theft of the vehicle itself. It contains or both. Car alarms work by emitting high volume sound with the conditions necessary for triggering it are met. Such alarms may also cause the vehicle's headlights flash, may notify the car's owner the incident by a paging system, and may interrupt one or more electrical circuits necessary for the car to start. So, ang purpose naman po ng car alarm is magbigay siya ng notify o ma-notice po ng owner na meron pong intruder o nagnanakaw sa kotse niya. Example na lang po nito is ipinark mo po sa isang lugar yung kotse mo and then may isang magnanakaw po na gustong pasukin yung kotse mo. Pag binubuksan niya po yung pinto, doon na po gagana yung car alarm. Magbiblink po yung mga ilaw niya, tutunog po yung mga siren niya para ma-notify po yung owner na meron pong nagbabalak na magnakaw ng kotse. So, let's head naman sa kanyang components. An array of sensors that include switches, pressure sensors, and motion detectors. So, yung ating car alarms ay meron siyang mga sensors na nagde-detect kung merong problema or merong magnanakaw sa isang kotse. Kung ito ay nilock ng owner at nakasense to na ito ay binubuksan without without yung key, tutunog po siya or magka-car alarm siya. Next is siren. A siren often able to create a variety of sounds so that you can pick up a distinct sound of your car. So yung trabaho naman po siren, so siya yung tutunog kapag yung car alarm is na-activate na po or nag-ano na po, nag-o-occur na po yung car alarm. So, pag may intruder po na magnanakaw sa ating kotse, tutunog po siya, yung siren. And then, next na po natin is a radio receiver to allow wireless control from a keypad. So, yung radio receiver naman po, siya po yung nagre-receive mga ng mga command galing sa keypad. Sample na lang po nito is kapag nilock po natin yung kotse po natin gamit yung keypad, maglalak na po yung kotse natin. Then doon na po mag-activate yung car alarm, which is kapag may bumukas po sa isang kotse na hindi po ina-unlock ng keypad, doon na po tutunog yung car alarm natin. Next is an auxiliary battery, so that the alarm can operate even if the main battery gets disconnected. So, even kahit ah wala, di po naka-ano sa battery, kahit disconnected po sa pinaka main battery natin yung car alarms, gagana pa rin po siya kasi meron siyang auxiliary battery. So, yung battery parang siya po yung nagbibigay ng electricity dito sa ating car alarm. And lastly is computer control. A computer control unit that monitors everything and sounds the alarm. It is the brain of the system. So, ito naman pong computer control unit, siya po yung pinaka-utak ng ating car alarm. Whenever na makakasense po yung sensor ng parang magnanakaw po or binubuksan po siya. So, pupunta po yung sensor na yun, magsisend po siya ng message dun sa computer control unit para mag-siren po. Para magbigay siya ng command sa siren na nang mag-siren siya and then yung mga lights po natin is magbi-blink. Operation of car alarm. When the alarm is switched on and a sensor receives a response, the alarm sounds. When the sensors don't record any unusual activity, the car alarm remains active but silent and unnoticeable. In the most basic system possible, the sensor would be installed in the driver's door and would be wired to activate whenever the door was open. With the system arm, opening the door would send a signal to control the unit. The control unit would then activate the siren, calling the attention to the vehicle and hopefully scaring off the would-be thief. So, yung operation naman po na itong car alarm is whenever na may wala po yung owner doon sa kotse at meron pong magnanakaw na binubuksan po yung ating mga kotse, yung pintuan natin, nakakabit siya. Pag binubuksan po yun ng magnanakaw, doon po magsisend siya ng sensor. Then yung sensor naman po, magsisend siya ng message papunta sa may computer unit. Then yung computer unit, siya po yung magbibigay ng command sa mga siren, sa mga lights na mag-alarm po sila. Tutunog po yung siren, magbiblink po yung mga ilaw para manotify po yung driver na meron pong magnanakaw sa kotse niya. At isang purpose na rin po ng car alarm is para matakot din po or mawala po sa focus yung magnanakaw kasi natatakot na po siya kasi tumutunog na po yung kotse, maririnig na po ng mga ibang tao na merong magnanakaw. Now we're done with the car alarm, let's head to the car immobilizer in its principle. The engine immobilizer is an anti-thief system that makes use of a key fob with a stored digital code. When the key fob is in range or is inserted to the ignition switch, it transmits this password into the vehicle's electronic management system. If the user has the correct key fob, the engine will go ahead and fire up. Engine immobilizer is a secure way to deter thieves from stealing your car via hot wiring or traditional methods like hammering the ignition with a screwdriver to force it to start. It's like another layer of protection aside from your car's alarm. So isa rin po ito sa mga safety na inattach po sa mga kotse natin para po sa mga anti-thief or hindi po tayo manakawan. So ito naman pong car immobilizer is yung meron po siyang ah para hindi po tayo manakawan in case na makapasok man yung magnanakaw and then tutusukin niya yung susian po natin, as long as nandun po yung naka-attach po yung car immobilizer, hindi po yung mag-open. Kasi meron po siyang code na binabasa doon papunta po sa computer po, sa may module po. So pag di po yung nag-match doon sa pinasok na susi, hindi po siya mag-o-open. So safe pa rin po kahit makapasok po yung magnanakaw. So isa rin po siya sa mga safety bukod po sa car alarm. Components of car immobilizer. First is ignition key. Transponder chip is built in. The coil in the transponder chip built in the key reacts to the magnetic field produced by the transponder key coil. As a result, electricity is charged and an ID code is transmitted. So, ito pong ignition key, siya po yung meron po siyang may nakalagay po sa kanyang transponder or naka-attach. Whenever na sinusi po natin siya, meron siyang magnetic field na magbibigay po ng code papunta po doon sa ICU para mag-start po yung ating mga kotse. Next is transponder key coil. The transponder key coil produces a magnetic field around the ignition key cylinder and receives the ID code of the key. So, ang sender natin is yung ito pong una, yung ignition key. Tapos yung receiver naman po natin is yung transponder key coil. So, whenever na pinasok po natin yung ignition key, marireceive po ng code galing sa ignition key ng transponder. Then, next is transponder key amplifier. According to the signal from the transponder key ECU, the transponder key amplifier allows the current to flow into the key coil and makes it produce a magnetic field. Next is transponder key ECU. Transponder key ECU receives the ID code of the key from the transponder key amplifier and checks it with a registered ID code. According to the result of the check, it determines whether the engine can be started and transmits the signal to the engine ECU. So, ito naman pong transponder transponder key ECU. Siya po yung nagre-receive ng code na whenever tama po yung key na nanggaling din po sa transponder, siya po yung magbibigay po ng command papunta po sa engine na mag-start po siya kasi tama po yung code na pumasok sa kanya. It means tama po yung susi na ginamit. Next is engine ECU. According to the engine start permission signal from the transponder key ECU, the engine ECU starts the engine. So, ito na nga po, pagka-receive po ng transponder key ECU, pagka na-receive na po yung code na tama, yung transponder key ECU is magsisend siya ng command sa engine ECU na pwede na po siyang mag-start. And lastly, key unlock warning switch. This switch detects that the key is inserted to the ignition key cylinder and outputs a signal to the transponder ECU. Next is the operation of car immobilizer. An engine immobilizer comprises two main components, a receiver in the vehicle and a transponder ignition key. The vehicle sends a signal to the key when someone tries to turn the engine on. The engine control module, an onboard computer in your vehicle, will let the car's engine start only if the electronic chip in the car's key responds with the correct code. However, the engine will stop if the code is not correct or if no code is received. So, yun nga po, sa konting explanation lang po dito sa operation, yung transponder key po, ECU, meron po siyang code na kailangan siyang ma-receive. So, kapag may pinasok po tayong susi, meron po doon transponder, may chip po doon na may code. Then, pag pinasok po natin yung sa ating transponder amplifier, magsisend po siya ng signal papunta po sa transponder key ECU, which is pagka tama po yung na-receive na code ng transponder key ECU, doon na po siya magsisend ng command papunta po sa engine ECU na mag-start na po siya at paganahin na po ang sasakyan. Para mas maintindihan po natin yung principle at components operation ng car immobilizer at car alarm, naglagay po ako ng video na pwede nating panoorin para magbigay ng karagdagang kaalaman.
With car break-ins and burglaries across New Orleans, people are often left wondering what, if anything, will prevent their car from being targeted. As we've seen, not much. Mike McDaniel explains why part of the problem is how windows and alarms are designed on many factory cars, which don't always have a criminal element in mind.
It seems just about every day crimes like this play out across the city of New Orleans. Criminals smash car windows and take what they can.
This has been going on for over a year now, and it doesn't look like it's lightening up.
All those broken windows have places like Jazz Auto Glass keeping busy.
We're doing now 10 or 15 door glasses every day.
As police advise folks to be proactive, lock doors, park in well-lit areas, and not leave anything in plain sight, surveillance video like this shows criminals don't care.
This one right here is in the process of getting put back together.
Leonard Smith, who owns Jazz Auto Glass, says most front windows are laminated, which means they don't bust easily. Those back windows are the tempered ones.
The manufacturers dropped the ball. They didn't anticipate what we're going through in New Orleans right now.
What used to be right here is tempered glass, but because this is what happens whenever it's broken, it makes it a prime target for thieves to smash and go, leaving car owners not one, but two problems.
So now instead of one door getting broken, two doors are getting broken, and it's a double whammy.
People are just concerned and worried that it's going to happen to them.
Billy Tom, general manager of Mobile One Auto Sound in Metairie, says in most cases when those windows bust, don't expect an alarm to go off, even if your car came with one, unless you have specific glass and impact sensors.
When thieves break in, they already know that if they break the window, if they don't open the door, it's probably not going to go off.
While alarm systems can be expensive, Tom says cheaper deterrents like this flashing light can make criminals think twice. Tom says it's important to know what features your car has, and if you're able to spend the money, protect it, but don't fall into a false sense of security.
Alarm systems are just like security systems at home. There are loopholes and there are, ways that you can get around things.
As criminals work to capitalize on those loopholes, both of these men say they're in the business of helping put a stop to it. Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
Now, some businesses like Jazz Auto Glass are even offering in-house programs to help offset the cost for people who are having windows broken and replaced multiple times.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Automotives. Today in this video, we will discuss what is immobilizer and how it works. Nowadays, in modern automobile era, almost every premium car is equipped with immobilizer and capability of vehicle. Immobilizer is advanced security system who uses the advanced technique and algorithm to identify the original car key and prevent the vehicle hijacking with the duplicate master keys of theft masters. Today in this video, we will discuss what is the meaning and function of immobilizer, construction and circuit diagram of the immobilizer, and at last we finish the video with the working of immobilizer. Immobilizer is an advanced security device equipped in modern automobiles who prevents the car from hijacking by identifying the original transponder key through its special coded signals. Immobilizer is so well designed that it controls the fuel injection system and ignition system, which allows to prevent the car starting even after the bypassing ignition switch. In short, immobilizer is an advanced security device who improves the anti-theft capabilities of vehicle. Immobilizer is a built-in feature in ECU of a car, but to understand it easily, we use an animated diagram. Normally, with the ECM of vehicle, engine management unit and electronic ignition system are connected, which are also controlled by it. And other than that, the car key dock of a vehicle contains the electromagnetic coils, which are connected and controlled by ECU as well. In standard car key, a transponder chip is kept hidden inside the plastic cover. This transponder chip contains the copper coil and hard-coded signal transponder circuit. In case of keyless entry, the transponder chip is often connected with the battery kept inside the remote. When you insert the correct key in your car, the magnetic field generated by magnetic coil is interrupted by copper coil inside the key. As per the Faraday law, current is produced inside the coil which powers the transponder. Transponder broadcasts the special coded signal which is later received by ECU. ECU identify the key code and confirm that the key is genuine, and thus it starts the ignition as well as fuel injection system, and later while cranking you can start the engine. If you insert the duplicate key, it transmits the wrong code or even don't transmit the code, which means ECU fails to identify the keys and thus engine cannot be started due to ignition and fuel system cutoff. In case of the keyless entry, the transponder uses the remote battery and transmits the signal which further received by ECM, and thus car can be started. Thank you for watching guys. This is all for today. Please give a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to our channel The Automotives. Please hit that bell icon so you get the notification whenever we upload this kind of cool animated video. Thank you for watching again. Peace out.
Thank you sir, thank you everyone for listening. I hope na meron tayong bago natutunan about sa car immobilizer and car alarm.